Let's get caught up today, Tuesday morning in Las Vegas, and welcome to all of you. Yes, another crispy one out here today. And yes, I'm downtown. I got police helicopters overhead, looking for mugs and thugs down here on the streets. And I do hope everybody is having a great day today. I thought we would get caught up a little bit. It's been really nice. This has been a really productive trip for me. As you can see, that thumbnail, or this thing I'm going to show you right now, that prices here in Las Vegas are just getting ridiculous. And people are wondering why, because of course occupancy is declining here. And one of the reasons I've always said is that they've built for the highest value tours, the one that has, well, unlimited means to buy whatever they want, to get whatever the hotel rooms they want, book whatever restaurants and shows they want, front row seats, everything. I get it. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, when you build everything to that model, you're also building in a tremendous amount of what we call fixed expenses, whether somebody shows up and stays or not, or whether the place is empty of people staying in the hotel. You're going to have certain fixed costs like mortgages, air conditioning, lights, all those type of things which must be maintained to keep things from going moldy and stale. You have foods and things under refrigeration and drinks and bars. It goes on and on and on. When you build things to a very high level, the biggest thing is if you put up a hotel that costs $3 billion and you've borrowed 80% of that money, yeah, that's a lot to finance. And of course, interest rates are going up now. So this is why we've seen this cresting of what I call exorbitant prices, because you can reach a point where you start to see a decline in visitors and revenue. And the way you initially want to offset that is raising the price for the other people that come and stay. And there have been reports of, well, I'll put the link in the description box below. There have been $60 for almost half-gallon things of water and all this crazy stuff. And very expensive parking, $50 for parking and all that. It's all well and good when you're bringing in the high-end tourists, but when that starts to really slack off, and remember, we're starting to lose knowledge-based jobs here, software engineers that were earning $150,000 to $300,000 a year, accountants, managers in places like Amazon. It all takes its toll on the cumulative purchasing power of who's able to come in and stay at these places. And I've always said, if you look at what they've built in Las Vegas over the last 20 years in particular, you'll notice one thing, that all the hotels are geared to be luxury hotels with luxury shopping and luxury prices to go along with it. And once the people start diminishing in numbers that are coming to your hotel, that's when the trouble begins. So I suspect that we've just crested over the top here in Las Vegas. And now I wouldn't be surprised with rising interest rates, with rising numbers of layoffs, particularly of knowledge-based jobs. I would not be surprised if things really start to curtail in the way of pricing, and we start to roll off some of these things like paid parking. And I'll know we're in a new era when the buffets come back. When the cheap buffets come back, it'll be a different story. Anyway, it's been hotter than a $2 pistol on a Baltimore night in July. Not as hot as last year. People say, oh, how can you stand it? 113, 112, they had 117 in Henderson. Look, I got fried last year at like 122, 123 degree air temperature, 135 degree ground temperature, 111, 110, 109. It's like, it makes me feel like I'm a penguin in Antarctica. Are there penguins? No, I guess they're all in Antarctica and all that. Anyway, having a magnificent time. We've had excellent live streams here, very well attended. I want to thank everybody for that. We've had some interesting interesting time on the streets. Tonight I have dinner with Mary Ellen and Sam, two wonderful people that I've met down here. And Mary Ellen's a homie from back in the Baltimore area, so it's always nice to hear. Well, she doesn't have a Baltimore accent, but I sure do. Maybe we can tease that out of her a little bit. No, she's got that Towson, that Baltimore County accent there. It's real nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And of course, Sam is wonderful too. I've enjoyed all the time that we have spent together. So I think we're going over to Ellis Island tonight. Now, I did a video years ago, a review of Ellis Island. Mr. Z and I went and we waited literally like an hour for our food. And I was going to give the restaurant like a 0 out of 10 stars. And the title says, the thumbnail says, and then the food came. And it was so good. It was unbelievable. It turned around the whole thing. If you can stand like the rotten beer smell and the fumes of sewer gas and all that, it's a wonderful place to go and hang out. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, I'm the kind of earthy person that likes to get down and dirty. And how do you like me now in those kind of places? We've not had much to talk about on the economic front, except that despite the fact that the United States Treasury, in cooperation with the Federal Reserve, is very heavily buying our own debt in the marketplace now, equivalent to the kid that's buying his own lemonade at the lemonade stand. It's kind of a self-defeating function. Interest rates are definitely on the rise here, and we're broaching back to 4.5%. 5% is that magic barrier. If we bust through 5, I'll tell you, the whole complexion of everything, you can talk about tariffs till you're blue in the face. The extra $400 billion they might bring in a year at this point, not quite offsetting a lot of our exports that are now declining. We've got the weak U.S. dollar in place. Yeah, it's going to be just rolling over that amount of debt in a year easily adds another $250–300 billion a year to the debt that has to be paid. So you can understand we're in this kind of race. Yeah, we're kind of keeping even, but we're just starting to fall behind a little bit here. And it does not bode well, because as we know, if interest rates broach that magic 5% level in the 10-year note, then really all hell is going to break loose. And the ability for people to buy a home, yeah, you're up above 8–9%. You're getting into that range, and it's just untenable for people to make those payments. And then you have casinos that have to roll over their debt, and everything just it all ties to that bond. And I did a post this morning, community post in Japan, that they're also having a hell break loose with their bond market over there. For the first yields hitting all-time highs and things. Yeah, it's not just a United States phenomenon. There's too much debt in the world. There's too much money that needs to be borrowed, and there's not enough money being generated. So print. I don't know. That'll be a heck of a day. We're going to keep an eye on the inflation going forward. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here now and bid you all a great rest of your day. Yes, thank you for being along, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications. Getting a lot done over at the church. I'm going to try to do a video with Father about the continuing need for food. This is absolutely horrible. I mean, I cannot tell you, being on that asphalt, even at 9 a.m. in the morning when it's 98, 100 degrees, you're just... and you think doing that for 21 years, 5 days a week, month in, month, never missing a day. It just staggers my mind. And when you get to June, July, August, things really dry up, and it becomes much more difficult and much more challenging. But you guys have certainly risen to the occasion, and I appreciate it. I'm going to revise the list. It might be Thursday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but I will get that done. And if you can help out, no obligation, nothing, very appreciated. It would be wonderful to just hit that link, which I'll be putting out in a couple days. So in the meantime, I'm working on setting up and live streaming. Hello to Trixie. I did a little test stream yesterday. Trixie was out there. I love Trixie. One of my great subscribers in a comment, she always leaves a little paw print there that she came through. But it was going pretty good. It's been a very challenging, setting up a 3-camera system and getting the software to work and getting things to work wirelessly. Really is a super challenge. And what do I know? Not a lot. But you already knew that. All right, guys, thumbs up are appreciated, and I will catch you later. Not sure if I'm going to be live tonight. If I do, it'll be late to have a couple beers. We'll do a late night hangout. We shall see. Tomorrow night will be Gamble City. We're going to do the little jackpot again. Hang out for a couple hours here. I'm going to stay out of the heat for a couple days in that sun. You can't pound that day after day. You get to heat rash city and sunburn galore. You got to back off a little bit. So tomorrow night will be fun. We've been fighting our way back. I think we're down something like $90 on the trip, but we've literally had like 4 hours of play so far. So it's amazing. And if you come here to play. If you come here to lose money, I sit next to people that lose $500 to $1,000 in 10 minutes just betting it up, and they're pounding the machine. Looking at me, why are you smiling, you goof? You're no smarter than I am. Of course I'm not any smarter than you are, but I know not to piss my wife away. Anyway, guys, thumbs up are appreciated. Hit that subscribe button. Great to have you along.